can't believe I'm going to say the C word on TikTok, but here I am mentioning Christmas, and that's because so many of you have been asking for a video about Christmas cats, so here you go. I'm going to be doing some fun videos leading up to Christmas that will give you lots of information about dealing with Christmas and cats, but this video is assuming that you've got a cat and a Christmas tree that are going to meet for the first time. So my advice would be to have a faux Christmas tree or artificial in old money, and make sure you get this artificial tree out in plenty of time. So if you've got one already and it's in the loft and your cat or your kitten hasn't seen a Christmas tree before, certainly not in your house, then get this Christmas tree down and lay it flat in the room where it's going to be, so the cat can actually see it and smell it, and it might think, oh, that's a bit boring really. Hello Hugo. So once the cat's got used to this thing being in its that's Hugo knocking the camera. Oh, never work with children or cats. So once the cat's got used to this thing being in the room, and you can maybe start introducing some bits of toys away from it, slightly away from it. So when I say bits of toys, I actually mean things like snuffle mats or a snuffle ball or a licky mat. So it takes the cat's attention away from the Christmas tree that's lying flat on the floor. Then after a couple of days, if the cat is quite happy ignoring this tree, just a piece of the furniture, then start to put it up. Now normally these are in sections, aren't they? So put the base up first with the first half if you can, and then leave it like that for a couple of days. Again, bringing out different toys but putting them around the base to away from the tree, so to distract the cat's attention from the actual tree itself. If you want to get some essential oil of pine or lemon or any citrus-based essential oil and dilute that into some water, so it's a very, very weak solution, you can spray your Christmas tree with that, because cats aren't generally attracted to that fragrance. In fact, it's a bit of a repellent. Once your cat has then got used to the first half of the tree being put up, and then you go and put the next half up, and then just leave it. Don't think about decorating it then. If your cat does decide to climb up the tree, please just gently pick it up, place it back down, and give it an area or a toy somewhere further away from the tree that can either distract him or her. Now another good idea is when you are then putting the tree up, put some cat TV on for them, so they'll automatically be drawn away from the tree and what's going on. I actually saw a video with like a cat tunnel that went all the way around the base of the tree. I don't really think that's a good idea, because it's actually bringing the cat closer to the tree. We want the cat to ignore the tree and actually go away from it. So if you've got one of those donut rings that's a tunnel, by all means bring it out, but bring it out away from the tree. So we want to attract attention away onto the toys that you're providing and not the tree. Very soon, before you know it, it's going to be time to put the lights on. Now, lights can be very, very appealing to the cats, not only the twinkly and the rhythmic movement of them if you've got some that flash on and off, but also the wires. So it's really good advice to get some of these wire protectors. Now this is obviously just a small section of it. You can get these from Amazon. I think this roll came from IKEA, but you literally wrap them around the cables as they leave the tree and go into the socket so the cat can't chew them. And then when it's time for bauble time or decoration time, again, I would suggest putting these on the tree when the cat isn't around. So maybe it's feed time, put the cat somewhere else, and then just put them on the tree and don't draw attention to it. If your cat goes up and tries to knock any of them off, don't say anything, just literally pick it up, put it back on the tree and distract the cat somewhere else. Now, if you're using a real tree, be really careful, because not only are the pine needles toxic if the cats do eat them, they are also painful because they can get stuck in their paws. If they do chew them, they could be really spiky in the throat. But also the water that you need to put into your Christmas tree to keep it alive, that's also toxic as well. So be really careful. And I think it's, if you have a real Christmas tree, generally keep them away from the cats, because they also they secrete the sap and that is also toxic. Generally, cats won't like the smell of pine, hence I said to use that as a spray of essential oil around your fake one to keep them away. But never say never, so just be really careful. If you're having a real Christmas tree, know where your tree is, know where your cat is, and if they come together, make sure you've got your eye on both of them. So the Christmas A to Z will be coming out very, very soon. So if you don't already follow me, make sure that you give me a like and a follow for more everything cat brainwork.